Well, everyone, welcome to TNT. This is the Tuesday Night Truck League, and we are at Talladega. What a race to be at. I'm excited. It has been 2 weeks since we've last been here. When we were here last, it was the Dirt Derby at Eldora, and last week was the All-Star race at Charlotte. Sadly, I was not able to broadcast that week, but we are back here and ready to rumble here at the largest super speedway NASCAR has to offer, and the second largest on the iRacing platform. Currently leading off your session is Sean Howell in the number 38 Toyota Tundra, and we're going to head on into the session and see what all the fuss is about. I am sure that these guys are just raring to go here at this magnificent super speedway. Currently the best time is pretty quick for the trucks, so I think we're going to be in for one heck of a race, and something tells me with all the screwing around I've been seeing over with some of the gaps in the system and making trucks fly. I think everyone's just very bored and ready to go. So before we head into qualifying, let's head and go to open it up. Currently, you're following with the number 38 there of Sean Howell. He is here and currently doing quite well as soon as I say anything. Commentator's curse as soon as I open up the stream. He takes himself out. But anyway, before we get into all the other stuff, let's bring up your All-Star winner of Brett Murphy before we get started. Good to see you there, Dave. And thank you very much for the subscription. I do appreciate it. Subscribe for 4 months now. Wow. All right. Good to see you. All right, let's go ahead and bring Brett up here and see how he's doing. Brett's open the booth. Do you read me?
Yeah, what's up?
All right. So you won at Charlotte. How did that feel?
Oh, man. I was ecstatic. I didn't think I was going to have a chance at winning the race, but it ended up being really, really fun, and then I ended up running away with it right at the end. If there were a couple more laps, I don't think I would have won, but I'm glad to at least taken home at least one win, even though it really didn't count.
Hey, even if it's not for points, it's still really awesome to be able to win an all-star event. I think everyone gets really excited about those, and they're always a huge blast for competition. Sadly, I wasn't able to attend, so you're going to have to give a quick little recap of all the stuff that happened.
Crashes, and more crashes. We made it so there were no caution laps weren't counted. So it was really just everybody out for blood pretty much. And it ended up being a fun time. But obviously we have some revisions to do for next season. But overall, I thought it was pretty successful. I think everybody got their tempers out of the way. And hopefully none of that carries into today's race. But winning the race, it was definitely pretty cool because I get to carry. I'm hoping that I can carry that momentum into tonight.
That's good. I mean, it's a super speedway. You never know. Do you have a schedule planned out for what you're going to be doing, or more of a strategy, I should say?
Avoid the crashes. I think kind of like the All-Star race. I think today is just going to be a race of survival because even though we have one fast repair, like you could lose that on lap 1 if you were not careful enough. So if I can keep my fast repair up till, I don't know, say maybe like 5 laps to go, I think I'll have a real shot. But I don't really have a schedule per se.
I gotcha. That makes a lot of sense. And I think everyone else is going to be trying to stick on the same kind of plan. So hopefully it works out in your favor. Do you have any drafting partners here tonight?
Quinn and anybody that wants to work with me. Your friends are where you find them.
That is very true. Well, all right, Brett, thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate it. I'm going to have to wish you good luck. Is there anything you want to say before I bring it back down?
I'm hoping that we put on a good show for everybody tonight.
I'm sure that you guys all will. Thank you very much for your time, Brett.
Thank you very much.
All right, that was the number 64, Brett Murphy. And I think he's absolutely right. There's going to be a great show here tonight at Talladega. It is exciting. And I miss these guys, honestly. I won't lie. I really did. It's always a blast to see everybody here, and I think they're really going to make it special. That's for sure. They care a lot about their drivers, so you're going to definitely see a lot of them getting interviews and anything that they can to make sure that they get the airtime that they deserve. All right, well, we still have a bit of time left in practice. We can go ahead and see what everybody's up to for now. We can follow along. It looks like a whole group is about to go out for now, and we can follow along with them for a little bit. And maybe we'll catch a little bit of some special paint schemes that I know a couple guys have here tonight. Let's go ahead and bring that up. There we go. So you're currently following along with the number 38 is Sean Howell. And that is with them, but they are running an excellent Havlies game. I believe that might be Justin Bruins. That's cool. Good to see these guys be able to work together. Help get a good start or flying lap for that Haviline number 28 Chevrolet Silverado. Let's go ahead and bring up your board to see the current not the current practice times. My apologies. Let's go ahead and bring it up now. You can see everybody's time up there. You can see just how fast they're going. I mean, it is really crazy just to see the kind of speeds that they are hitting. I mean, 180 miles an hour with these things. They are a handful. And yep, there it is. Yeah, this is what they've been doing. They've been going around and just wrecking each other because they're all ready to go. Steven, thanks for redeeming your message. Let's see. No has a real genius. Thank you, Steven. I appreciate that. I just shaved before we got in here because I was a bit too many whiskers for my liking. Let's see who else is out. Brady Floyd's running a special paint scheme here tonight. He's running a playoff scheme apparently, and I believe this is throwback on the hood because he's been inspired by Jesse. Where whenever there's a throwback race, he always just puts a picture of someone throwing a ball towards the rear end of the car, and it just says throwback. It is Pank. You're right, Steven. Oh man, that sounds like Brady's self. That's what he likes to do. Jesse's paint scheme is right here in the 127. He is in the Donk paint scheme, I believe it is. That's what he has chosen to go with, and it's a choice, that's for sure. Let's see, who else is out there? So many drivers, but not enough people on track. There we go. Fantastic, that is right. So currently in the number 70, that's Kevin Carter. And he's drafting off of the 19 of Alex Boulay. That's cool. Alright. These guys are going to be able to work together quite well, I imagine. Ricardo Sanchez. We'll see. Oh, yeah. We'll see if he's out on... No, he's not on track. But you're right, Steven. He is. The Sunchips 5. There's the... Oh, boy. It's another meme one. It's the Surprised Pikachu Lowe's 48. Of Quinn Gingrich. Yes, Chip. Let's see. For some more folks that we can go through here. It's not a lot though. Apologize for the kind of stale content here. Let's see. Who else can we bring up here to make this a little bit more interesting? If you have someone you want to bring up in the booth up here, make sure you mention out on the chat. So we got plenty of time, that's for sure. I think they delayed a little bit and extended their practice, which is why we are not quite ready to go. Yes, Dave, you're completely right. Some of these guys, I don't think they've updated their schemes quite yet, so... Yeah, a bit too many of them are Gander RV. It's still into the camping world. It is true, we do have a Craftsman truck out in the field. It's a number 31, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So, we good. We got some of every generation out here. Alright, just to make him squirm a little bit, let's bring Jesse Atkinson up here. He's always fun. Jesse, so open the booth. Do you read me?
Yeah, I read you.
Oh, man, you sound so disappointed.
Uh-huh.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I see you're speeding in pit road right now.
Yeah, just give it a few minutes.
Oh, I saw what happened.
Okay.
So, tell us a little bit about your paint scheme. I am curious.
Wonk. Wonk and Burb mutated together. And it created Donk, which is what you see in my scheme. Donk is nice. Don't hurt Donk. Donk inherits Glenda's hurt behaviors. Donk will not like you if you hurt Donk. Donk.
Okay. All right. Well, it's definitely a paint scheme, that's for sure. How do you think you're going to do tonight with it?
Donk will fly away with this victory, 110%. Donk is life.
Oh, okay. So, who is driving?
Donk.
I thought Glenda was driving. Okay.
Donk.
Alright, I see how it is. Well, thank you very much for your time, Jesse. I do appreciate it. It looks like everyone else is getting antsy as well as people are speeding through pit lane.
Donk.
All right. Good luck, Jesse. Is there anything you want to say other than donk?
Wonk.
Okay. Thank you, Jesse.
Dunk.
Okay. Well, that was Jesse Atkinson. The Valvoline truck, you say, as we now go into our qualifying. That is a special guy that we have received for this race. That is Brandon Hoff. All right, now that we're in qualifying, let's go ahead and bring out and see how your practice leader, Sean Howell, is going to do here at Talladega. I am curious to see how he's going to handle this one. The current strategy is to ride that high line and then come down on your second lap and ride the bottom. So I'm going to see if he does that. Oh. Yes, that is correct, Steven. As we're now in lap setting time. Yes, lap setting time. As we're in lap setting time, we're following along with Sean Howell here. You see, Dave, he actually has the Camping World banner. He updated it. Steven, did you make that paint? Valvoline paint? We'll take a look at it a little bit later. If you don't know, everybody, Steven Black sponsors the Cast Car series. He has black designs. Looks like I was right, though. Sean Howell, during this lap setting time, is going to be riding the high line and then probably going to be coming down for the second lap. One donk. All right. Thanks for the cheer, Jesse. Yeah, like I said, he's a special guest here today. With a 7K I rating. We're going to go into a little bit more of that later, and I think it's going to be interesting to speak about. And I think his speed will definitely show that as well. I wonder if he's going to actually be setting a time here at lap setting time. For any of those that missed it, Steven did a word ban, and I can't say the word that's supposed to be up in the top left. Alright, looks like that stuff's not going to be setting either. There it is. We'll wait for everyone else's times to file in as well. And Ben McDonald now sets the fastest lap. Thanks for the cheer again, Jesse. Oh, you're looking at what a donk is for that. Okay. Alright, well, I need to update something real quick, so I'm going to be right back and get some things set up. Okay, so that was the qualifying time we just saw there out of Sean Howell, and he gets himself a 4th place position, running just a bit slower than Ben McDonald, Quinn Gingrich, and Will Cloud in the number 5. Gonna have a decent field here tonight. It's gonna be exciting. All these people are able to do it. Funny, Steven. I needed to update something. I'm sorry. Still a large field here at Talladega. It is going to make this race something to watch, as Clint Spillman takes the 3rd place position. It looks like my camera doesn't want to follow him either. Or he reset. Okay. Let's see. Do I pull a Jeffrey Belk and get Ben McDonald overtaken later on? Let's see. I think I should. I think that sounds fun. Let's go ahead and bring Ben up here and see how he's able to do such a flying qualifying time. Ben, it's Nope in the booth. Do you read me?
Yep, I got you, Noah.
Well, you just set a blistering qualifying time. I have to be curious, how did you do it?
Well, on my outlap, just go ahead, went up to the high side, just try to get enough momentum for the first lap. Right after the trioval, just ducked it down, held the yellow line the whole way around, and was able to get it.
Well, it looks like that smoothness absolutely brought you into a fantastic position as you were actually able to reserve it, and I didn't curse you into losing your first place position.
Yeah.
So now that you're starting on pole position, how are you going to handle that? That's a lot of pressure going to have behind you. I mean, a lot of people are going to trying to pass you.
I'm just gonna take the first lap easy, just hold the bottom, and then go ahead and see how it is afterwards.
That makes a lot of sense. Do you have any drafting partners here tonight that you're going to try to work with to make this a little bit easier on you?
I'll be working with the 26, the 3, the 30, and the 81 for most of the time, but I have other people that I can work with. I can really work with anybody if it comes down to it.
I think that's going to be something that a lot of people are going to be looking for right now, is trying to find who's going to be willing to be a drafting partner and who actually is going to take it.
Yep. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Well, other than that, do you have any other strategies?
Just try not to get into wrecks, try to be there at the end, and go for the win.
Makes a lot of sense to me. Is there any final message you want to say here, Ben?
Good luck, everybody, and good luck, Noah, for going and doing those broadcasts, and full send.
All right, Ben, thank you very much, and good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, that was Ben McDonald, the number 16, and we are going to be heading into your race very shortly here at Talladega. Let's go ahead and bring up the field so you can see where everybody is. We can run through your qualifying order. And yes, I can say qualifying now. All right, so we're here at Talladega Superspeedway for the Alabama 200 at Talladega. Honestly, this is going to be quite a race. It's a lot of action that we're going to be seeing. All right, so starting on pole position, that's Ben McDonald in the number 16, and on his outside is going to be Quinn Gingrich. Honestly, what a lap these two were able to pull off. It's very impressive. Second row on the inside lane, that's going to be Clint Spillman in number 88, and on his outside is going to be number 5, a Will Cloud in the Sunchip Silverado. Third row inside lane, that's going to be Sean Howell, and he is going to be very competitive in that third row spot. On his outside, that's Matthew Oliveira. Fourth row inside lane, that is going to be, my apologies, I need to look at the names here. Justin Bruns, that is another good lap that we see there, getting him that 7th place spot. On his outside is going to be Brett Taylor. Fifth row inside lane, that's going to be Brett Murphy in the number 23 on, and then on his outside is going to be Jeremy Jones in the number 81. Sixth row inside lane is going to be Kevin Carter in the number 70. On his outside is going to be Sam Donato. Seventh row inside lane and 13th, that is going to be Derek Stanley, and on his outside is going to be Brandon Hoff, who did not choose to qualify. And that is going to be something to watch. He is one of our very fast drivers that we're going to be seeing as a threat here tonight. Eighth row inside lane, that is going to be Alex Fox, and on his outside is Lucas Strayer. Ninth row is Gavin Jones. On his outside is going to be Chris Sawyer. 10th row inside lane is Mitchell Muma. On his outside is Alex Brugway. 11th row inside lane, that's Brady Floyd, and on his outside is going to be Jacob McMillan. Then finally, bringing up the very rear of the field is Jesse Atkinson in the 147. All right. Thank you, Jesse. I appreciate being called a donk. Okay. All right, that was your field here tonight at Talladega, and it is going to be quite a field at that. You're following along right now with the front of the field as we're about to go with the pace car coming off so we can go for an excellent start. The Tuesday Night Truck League runs here at Tuesdays, and these guys are quick, that is for sure, and they like to put on a good show at that. We're going to wait for it as they come through the tri-oval. The first start is on green, not the leader. And there it is, green flag, and away we go here at Talladega. Got our new flag animation up in the top left, too. I no longer have to bring up the full screen, and we are off here for an exciting race at the Alabama 200. Ben McDonald off to a fantastic start as that outside lane is looking slow. A lot of guys running up high. They now run through. Uh-oh, looks like our green flag animation is stuck on a loop. As we run down now, a lot of people pulling off to the side to try to avoid getting caught into a three-wide battle. A lot of these guys are currently going to be trying to run at the rear. That is the current meta, I should say, is running at the rear and then catching up later on. But for right now, it looks like Ben McDonald and Clint Spillman are going to be your top two. Leaving that outside lane, though, is that number 48 of Quinn Gingrich. And it's going to be interesting to see how he's going to be able to play that and get him into a more contesting spot. As that looks like, uh-oh, that's Brandon Hoff going on to the outside for the three wide, and I wonder if anyone's going to stick with him, but it looks like not for right now. Petition to call the entirety of the race. No, not yet. He needs a green paint if he's going to do that. Well, we're here now, and it looks like Ben McDonald is able to hold off Clint Spillman for now, and a lot of these guys are just going to be holding on to their positions as best they can. This is an 80-lap race. That is quite a while to try to throw up a really big blocks or any main issues, so I think a lot of these guys are just willing to stay content with where they are. As now Lucas Strayer sets the fastest lap of the race. As I imagine he's running a little bit. Yep, he's running towards the back, and he's able to get that huge draft. Another car pulling off to the bottom. He's going to let more people by. Any kind of issues. We see Jesse Atkinson now, who started at the very rear and has now worked his way up to 18th, hoping to make some moves. Kevin Carter takes the fastest lap, and we continue on here at Talladega. Will Cloud is going to be in the second position on that outside lane, and Clint Spillman is still in second in the first lane. Change that. He just blocked out to the outside now. He wants to hold up that outside lane and not let them through. Steven, you're right. I will have to do that. Sour cream and onion sun chips. I think they have those. I think they do. So yes, I will have to do that. Continuing to be a two-wide battle here at Talladega. These guys do not want to send it free, and surprisingly, they have not all pushed themselves down to a single lane. Although it looks like right now that outside lane down the backstretch is able to get a decent run. Is that allowed Clint Spillman to take away the lead from Ben McDonald? Alright, Steven, thanks for the idea. Oh, as they send it now three wide. Ben McDonald in the middle. He has nobody coming to help him, and he is going to get in a bad spot there. But it looks like the 81 there of Jeremy Jones is coming up to his rescue, as is the 48 of Quinn Gingrich, as they're now able to help themselves as they go three wide now into turn number one. This is Talladega. You can see them there. They're actually able to hold it pretty well. Is now Will Cloud is leading that outside lane. I know that he likes to say he is not a super speedway racer, so I can only imagine his vocalizations right now as he runs in that outside lane. Now the question becomes is, what do you think is the best place to run in? Is it the middle or is it the outside? The bottom is usually a pretty good place as you can just pull down, and it's usually the faster line anyway, but it can also be a bit sketchy as you have two people on your outside. Still able to hold it. That's the good part about here at Talladega, is it's just so wide as they send it forward there with Matthew Olivier and 57 on the bottom. Got to keep mindful of that double yellow line rule, though. You cannot pass on that yellow line. Uh-oh. See, this is the problem when you get sick for a while, so my voice comes nasally, and it's very easy to mispronounce things. As they go four wide now down the backstretch, And looks like they back out of that one. That is a smart move, fellas. 4 wide is not quite the place to be for the moment. As the person that's the biggest mover for right now, that has to be Brendan Hoff, as he's gone from the very rear all the way up into 5th. Let's go ahead and bring up some driver information there so you can see just how insane this guy is. 6.6K eye rating. Steven, I think you got someone that might have a higher eye rating than you. Still, 14th to 6th. What a move to be on. I think now he's going to be trying to go for that outside again and see if he can push himself up into the leading spots. As we continue on here at Talladega, Quinn Gingrich still leads here right at the bottom. Nightbot does not like what you're saying there, Steven. I'm just having to allow it. There they go. They were just 4 wide there. Number 88 of Clint Spillman backing out. He does not want to cause any issues there. So they continue now 3 wide going into turn number 2. This has been quite an interesting move they've all been on. You got to be careful with the squirreliness, though, especially in the middle of turn number 2. It is not an even track surface in that area, so I'm not surprised that it's a bit difficult to hold on to. You can see what I mean, though. That outside lane has just enough of a push to get them up into a bit higher of a spot. And there it is. That's the number 30 of Mitchell Muma coming down as they wreck now, going into turn number 3. Nope. There it is. Caution comes out here at Talladega, and I don't have to bring up the giant caution symbol. All right, we'll be right back, and we can go take a look and see what happened during that accident. All right, as we see now, we're going to be going and bringing that up now. All right, you can see what happened here as we are now about to enter turn number 3 once again. Following with the number 16 of Ben McDonald there. Looks like he tries to follow the 81, doesn't see that Quinn's there, just crashes into him, checks up real hard, crashes into the 26 going up. It takes those 2 out, but it looks like everybody else was able to dive down and, oh, guess not. It looks like the 28 gets a pretty bad shunt there as well, as nobody was expecting him to check up that hard. And it looks like these 3 might be the only main casualties. Well, out of a 23 car field, I'd say 3 getting some damage, and even only really 1 of them having really bad damage is not terrible. So, yep, that's what happened here during that caused out your caution here at lap number 8, as we're in lap number 9 now. All right, we head back now into real time, and we get to see what is going on here. Let's go ahead and bring up your pit board and see how everybody is doing. Got a lot of drivers in pit lane right now. A lot of these guys trying to see where they can get any kind of more fuel and tires just to push them a little bit further onto the end. And it looks like a couple of them chose to stay out as well. You can see just how many people are in. Good to hear that you made it there. Jesse. Donk made it, yes. Thank you guys for the cheers. It's a interesting choice to donate them one at a time, but that's okay. Mitchell Wilma continues to lead here at Talladega under caution on lap number 10 of the Tuesday Night Truck League Alabama 200 here at Talladega. Donk is going to win this race. I'm not sure. We'll have to see about that. All right, now let's, as we are under caution, bring up somebody that we can talk to. Who should we talk to? We're not going to talk to Donk right now. Let's see, is Mitchell Muma here so we can bring him up? Looks like he is not, or I'm just blind. One or the other. Oh, there he is. I got him. Let's bring him up here. Mitchell, let's open the booth. Do you read me?
Hey, what's up?
Not too much. How are you doing? You're currently leading here at Talladega.
Hey, I'm doing great. I think this might be the first laps I've led all year. I'm just excited to be out front. I got my teammate behind me, Jeremy. And, yeah, things are just going well today. So just trying to stay smooth.
How long do you think that's going to keep going on for? I mean, you've been putting up a real good fight so far that I've seen throughout this race. Do you think you can hold on to it?
Hope to the stage. I know I still have to pit yet, so it just depends on what's going to happen if there's a caution or not. But the runs are so great here. We were 3x3, like 6 deep, and it's just hard to say. It's a crapshoot, and I think everybody has a good shot at doing well today. But I hope I can keep the lead.
I think that you're going to be able to continue to do well here, and something that makes me believe that is you have a Camping World banner instead of a Gander RV and Outdoor one.
Thanks, Noah. I appreciate that. Shout out to Danny Bone.
I'm assuming he made your paint?
He drives for On Point Motorsports, and this is his team. So.
Okay. See, this is what happens when I'm not wholly up to date on everything.
You're good, man. I work for them. We're good.
Well, good job being able to lead so far. Is there any kind of message you want to send out to the audience out there?
I hope everybody's enjoying. We're having a great time. And if you're watching out there, we're always looking for more members in this league. So more people, the better. So.
All right. Thank you very much, Mitchell. I do appreciate it, and good luck.
Thanks, Noah.
All right, that was the number 30 at Mitchell Muma as he now returns back to his team, and we're going to be doing here. Oh no, Jesse got a drop to the end with an unsafe pit exit. Sorry, Jesse. Well, it happens. All right, so we're going to continue on here at Talladega. And, Steven, you said ship interview? Okay, we can bring up... we can bring up Will next time. Well, we're here under caution, and won't be too much longer until we go on. This is the inside view. You can see there the pace car. This is what Mitchell is seeing right now, and honestly, I'm sure for right now it is a good sight for him to see. Once again, a good-sized field here at Talladega. A lot of these guys, I think, had a bit of issues, which is why you have a giant single-file line. Dave, if you can do that, that'd be great, man. You know, being able to join in some of these guys, and that'd be awesome. I know all of them would appreciate it, so if you can, that'd be great. Sorry, I have my notifications turned off from last time when I got botted with followers, so thank you much for the follow, NASCAR Gavin 8. Alright, the pace car is off. So now we have to wait as these guys go through the tri-oval before we go green once more. That's the game here at Talladega, is just waiting until everybody can go. Known from experience, that waiting there in the tri-oval is probably one of the most difficult things to do, is you don't want to accelerate too hard, jump the start, or anything. Well, there it is. That's a green flag, and away we go here at Talladega to enter lap number 12 of 80 here at the Alabama 200. Your leader right now is going to be Jeremy Jones with Mitchell Muma on the bottom, who's now going to be taking that lead away. These guys are teammates, and I know that Mitchell is going to appreciate any kind of push that he can get. I see what you mean, Chris. Well, hey, if you can do any kind of investments in IRS, then it will work. As we continue on here, going down the backstretch, a lot of these guys trying to keep it only 2 wide for right now. I don't think anyone wants to send anything too crazy, but, and of course, I should not, I swear. They send it 3 wide once again here at Talladega. Who is that, the 19, I believe it is? Or is it the 23? Who can tell these days? So let's see as we now head through the tri-oval, who is going to get the lap lead. It is a drag race, and it looks like Mitchell Muma gets it. Oh, you can see that there's not even a gap there shown on the main screen. These guys are so close. can see there the scattered rest of the field as they try to play catch-up for right now. It is a bit of a strategy call to see if you want to stay back or if you're going to catch up as hard as you can. And speaking of catching up, you see the Brandon Hoff there and the number 9 shooting it out to the outside as they go 3 wide now into turn number 3. I saw a couple guys in practice before I started streaming practicing 4 wide entries into turn number 3. That was a sight to behold. They actually were able to keep it too. So I think we'll have to see if that's something these guys decide to do again, because that was something to watch. Looks like Jeremy Jones and Mitchell Moon are having a huge battle right now to keep the lead, but it looks like Brandon Hoff is not going to let that happen as he pushes Brett Murphy there in the number 64 up to the outside lead. A lot of guys pulling off now towards the bottom. They don't want to get caught up in anything. So that's going to be Quinn and number 57 and Matthew Oliveira letting people by. 64 comes down, makes it 2 wide once again. That leaves Randolph out to dry. It looks like nobody is. Sam did nope. He files back in. He's not going to get it. Honestly, such a struggle. You know, you're so dependent on having that draft, so sticking it out too wide really puts you in a bad spot. So right now, a lot of these guys are just trying to keep it all together. It looks like that 23 is going to be trying as hard as he can to push Jeremy Jones into the spot. One person that has been on an absolute move, that's Brett Murphy now, and that's 64 up into the second place spot on the outside lane. I wonder how long he's going to be able to keep that. You know, it's just a constant battle of shuffling here, or if he's going to try to push himself into the bottom lane. Good racing we're seeing here at Talladega. These guys are able to keep together as they go 3 wide once more. Here at Talladega, that is a 3 wide battle, a bit back. That's the 12 of Gavin Jones there. He's hoping to make some passes on the outside lane, getting a push there from the number 48 and the number... I can't read that. 31 goes to block. That is a sketchy block to do, and not one I would make myself, that is for sure. Blocking when you're going 3 wide at a super speedway, dangerous stuff, but it is sometimes the thing you have to do to make it interesting. Brett Murphy down to the bottom, takes away the lead, but it looks like Alex Fox and the number 31 Craftsman, good wrench, number 31 is going to keep in a... He's going to be keeping that middle lane, and it looks like he might be able to just edge out the lead just a little bit. Until he comes down as well. That leaves Clint Spillman almost out to dry in that middle lane. That is a spot that is tough. You know, he's getting a little bit of a draft from behind from the number 9, but there's just not a line there. That's going to allow the bottom and the top lanes to just start pulling away. Dave, it's good to see that you still have access to all your emotes and stuff from when you were streaming. It's sad that you don't stream anymore, but we get it. Good to see you have them, though. They're always fun to see. Alex Fox continues to lead here at Talladega. It looks like that outside lane ran out of steam, and now it is going to be that bottom lane just rolling away with it. Look how long that train is. We can get a little bit wider of a camera shot to see how that is. We'll add up the blimp cam. That bottom lane is long, and they're even spaced out too towards the back. You see there, that's Kevin Carter, I believe, towards the rear of that. Chip 10, all right. Will Cloud is on the 10th place position. You're right. It'd be good to start streaming again, Dave. Honestly, you should. Well, currently Will Cloud is running in 11th now, Steven. I mean, if you believe he's coming, all right. Steven has all his faith in Will right now, and I think that is a very fair thing to make, as he's currently in a pretty open spot compared to the rest of the field, where they're currently running 3 wide out front as a battle for the lead. That's Alex Fox and Matthew Oliveira battling for now until that outside lane starts to catch up. Oliveira moves outside. He's going to throw a block on the number 23. And they go 4 wide now, entering the start-finish line. There it is. That's your 4 wide. As Matthew Olivier falls to the rear after that move. Kevin Carter is the fastest lap of the race so far. That is giving a chance, though, to Alex Fox and to Brett Murphy to run away with this top 2. These guys, we see them battling a lot, but it looks like right now they were willing to work together until Brett pulled out to the middle lane. Uh-oh. There it is. That is going to be Brett Murphy spun off of Alex Fox into the apron. No caution called yet. And it looks like, due to that, going off to the infield, no caution is called. They continue to race 3 wide now. Alright, guys. Everyone cheer at the wheel now. Alright. We head now through the tri-oval once again. That is going to push the 12 of Gavin Jones and the 48 of Quinn Gingrich out to the lead once more. I think Quinn misses being up here, so it's good to see him back out once again. It's giving a chance for some of the more guys we have not seen too much in that outside lane to start getting into a good spot. We see Jesse Atkinson there, coming from the rear, now up into your top 10. Running a 9. Chris, I think that's a great idea. Make a Chick Hicks paint. You should. Do it in the Pierce Graphics style, though. Gavin Jones leads with a 3-0. And it looks like a lot of these guys, the ones that decided to stay out, are going into pit. You can bring up your pit battle there. That's what happens when you stay out sometimes. You got to be careful of that, especially if you're expecting cautions. When you have good racing like this is what happens. It is a tough call to make. Mitchell Momo was excited to be getting some laps led, but sadly he is going to have to fall pretty far back after that one. But it was not in vain. He did get some laps led as they go 3 wide. They were 4 there for just a moment, but they filed back into 3. The 127 on the outside lane. He's in a good spot, but he's getting a little bit aggressive there. With the 9, he's got no one to help him, though, until now. He just got a bit of a push there from the 57. Alex Fox currently on that bottom lane, and Gavin Jones in the middle. Gavin getting a huge push from Lucas Strayer. These guys are just absolutely able to dominate this middle line, and it is pushing them to another lap lead. And that is a move to the bottom. Gavin Jones now to the bottom. Looks like Strayer to the bottom as well. That's going to leave the open, though, for Brandon Hoff, who's now in the top 3. He has no one to help him. Is he going to try to follow to the outside or the inside? He's getting now some assistance from Gavin. Jesse Atkinson sticks to the outside lane, leading that outside. What's going to happen here? It is a tough battle to see. Okay, Steven, I get the message. We'll bring Will up for the next interview, okay? I promise. Will can see the air, alright. Jesse Atkins falls to the back on that one. He's not going to risk going 3 wide for too long. Safe call to make. Sometimes you just got to make the right calls for you. Lucas Strayer now leading here at Talladega, getting a big push from the number 31 of Alex Fox as the person that's been helping this entire time. Gavin Jones leads the outside lane, and now Lucas Strayer pulls off to the bottom to let everybody go. So that is now going to be a battle between Fox and Jones as they continue now to turn number 4 here at Talladega. We saw a big twitch there out of number 5 of Will Cloud as he's now up into the 5th spot. Oh, we can turn off the pit battle now. Another driver that's been on the move and got himself up into a better spot. That is going to be Kevin Carter now in your top 10. Well, 11, but he wasn't in the top 10. Trying to split the lanes there. That's Gavin Jones trying to hold off the number 9, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it right now, as now that outside lane has a big run going down the backstretch. This nearly mile-long stretch here at Talladega is an intense battle to see what kind of positions you can gain, especially on that outside lane. But if you don't do it just right, you end up losing a lot of time to that bottom, just like how they are right now. You need to have just the right amount of steam. And right now, that bottom lane has way more of a train going on than the top. The good part is this is still not like Daytona where it's completely just bottom dependent or top dependent like in real life. However, that is the number 9 out to the outside and got himself a lap lead. Is he going to pull down entering turn number 1 as they head 3 wide there with the number 30 and Mitchell Muma on the outside letting everybody by. And there it is. That's the number 9, Brendan Hauff to the lead. And he's now going to be holding up that bottom line and hoping to hold off everybody else. The 6.6K I-rating machine is here to take the race. Atkinson out to the outside for just a moment there before he backs out. Lucas Strayer now to the outside as well, hoping to make something happen. We see now with the 9, you see his banner as the Road to Pro. This guy is serious, that is for sure. He's getting a nice push there from Alex Fox. Steven is right, Clearman Sport to the front. Until Gavin Jones, I'm sorry, not Brandon. Gavin Jones at the front now with his number 12 Toyota Tundra as he puts on the best battle he can. That middle lane can be just that tiny bit faster than the bottom if done just right, but the bottom has it in the turns. These guys are all racing each other really well, able to put on such a good show here at Talladega. It is a tough battle to keep these trucks in line, and they're doing it magnificently. 23 to the block about Atkinson, though. He's not going to let him by easy. But that is going to give just enough of a push to the bottom lane now, who is able to stay in line to get edge out just a little bit further ahead. We can see here through the tri-oval all the challenges these guys have to face as they're going 3 wide, and you can see that gap they had for there before. Next week is going to be Martinsville. Make sure you tune in next week here on twitch.tv/4o'clock to watch the Martinsville race. We can see how that is going to be handled here with the Tuesday Night Truck League. That's Gavin Jones now to the bottom. He's going to be throwing the block, and he's going to be holding up that bottom lane, but that is going to now leave a gap for Brett Taylor, the number 23, to lead. Now, a camera I don't like to use just because there's so limited variety here at Talladega. We're going to go to the chopper cam. We're 3 wide now. You can see all these guys trying to fight their cars. I'm going to leave there. You can see everybody trying to follow the exact same tactic, but sometimes it's just what happens. I don't want to do it, but I had to do it during CastCar because there was just not enough going on. I don't want to bring someone up during race for an interview. It's not a very nice thing to do, so I'm not going to do it now, but it's kind of tempting figuring as we don't have too much going on. A lot of these guys just battling for positions the best they can as that bottom lane tries to pull away as much as they can. But now, a lot of these guys have to come in. Yep, that is just about everybody coming in for a pit stop. The question is who can make it to the stage? That is the battle these guys are going to have. And that is going to give a chance for Brady Floyd and Jesse Atkinson to lead here at Talladega. Will Cloud in third. These guys are going to have to come in quite shortly as well. However, some of them did come in. Actually, yeah, I believe all these guys did pit in under caution to fill up on fuel. So, that is the decision. Do these guys have just enough to make it? Yeah, I don't know, Steven. Sometimes the views are not quite right, but whatever works. But after that pit stop, that puts Brady Floyd now into the lead, and it is these guys who are now going to have to worry. Oh, they're going into pit now, but they are going to want to make sure that no caution comes out so that the guys that just pitted don't get a chance. And then it's going to be these guys who are going to want one to catch back up. So your pit cycle there. We'll go ahead and bring up the pit battle to see what's going on here. Bit of a slide there we saw to Matthew Olivieri. He has to back up. That is going to add more time onto that pit stop and is going to only make things more difficult. As they battle now to leave pit road, who is going to make it? And it looks like Brady Floyd was able to leave with the number 3 of Chris Sawyer behind. And now the rest of the field starts coming by. A bit more separated than I thought, though. This might be a good time for a lot of these guys to be able to merge back up and really able to get a good draft with these guys. That's the good part. It looks like they really planned this out. So now they have a decent pack and they're going to be able to work together. Sean Howell is going to be leading here at Talladega. The Donk and Chip Show? Okay. We'll mention that a little bit later on. Now it's Gavin Jones out to the lead, with Alex Fox right behind him. Now they're going really single file here. Brett Murphy on the pit road. Well, up to this point, we had some really good 2-wide and even 3-wide racing, so I think that is something we cannot complain about until we get to the stage. So, in the meantime, we're just going to chillax here for a little bit. There's not too much to do, as they're all running in single file. Except for Kevin Brother, I guess, who's trying to make that a bit more interesting. Where's that Brady? I think that might be Brady. Hard to tell. Always run pink. I believe that's Brady Floyd. It is. It is Brady. Currently, the only guys a lap down are going to be Brett Murphy and Mitchell Numa, except for now it looks like there's coming up on this pack, which is going to allow them to overtake more. Well, that stirs some things up a little bit, having to move lanes and change it up. Clint Spillman also towards the rear as well, putting him in the lead car one lap down. All right, and the caution is out on lap number 32 here at Talladega. I think I heard some crashing there, so we're going to go take a look at that and see what that was. And we'll be right back. Alright, looks like it was just the iRacing system being the iRacing system and making sounds exist that weren't there. Alright, well, Steven, I'm gonna... Richard Drake threw a banana peel. Alright, yeah, that sounds about right. Well, now that we're under caution, Steven, I'll grant your wish and we'll go ahead and bring Will Cloud up into the booth and give him the interview you want. If you have any questions you want to ask him, go ahead and put him in the chat there. All right, where is he? No, he isn't here. Ah, there he is. Will, it's open the booth. Do you read me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I know it's a bit weird that I have to bring you up, but one of our members in chat was heavily requesting it.
Okay.
Yes, Stephen Black insists that you're now Chip. So Chip, how are you doing?
Okay. I'm doing fine, I guess. I mean, I lost the draft after that pit cycle, but besides that, it's been a fine race.
I mean, you've been doing pretty well. I mean, I know you don't claim to be a super speedway racer, but you've been holding on to your car quite well. How you been doing that?
Honestly, I don't remember what the steering ratio is at now, but I was playing with that and the offset a little more just to get it where I liked.
That makes a lot of sense. Sometimes it's just the little things that really make a big difference. But this pit cycle right now is going to be changing things up as everybody now is going to be on just about fresh tires. How are you going to handle that?
Yeah, I mean, I still don't think we're done wrecking, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna either run at the back or try to get up there. I still haven't decided on that yet. But I'll decide shortly, I guess, when we go back green.
All right, Chip. Well, Steven wants to know, can you see the air? Is that true?
Um, yes, I can see the air.
Okay. All right. Good. I think Steven will be very satisfied with that answer. He's been talking about it the entire time in the chat. He's been really supporting you there, Chip.
All right, all right.
Well, Will, thank you very much for your time. Is there anything you want to say to the audience?
No. Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna ask a different question. I guess to Steven, I literally have no idea what you're doing, but you go be you.
All right, Will, thank you very much for your time and good luck.
All right, thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and bring Gavin Jones up here if I can find him so we can see how he is doing. Thank you for the cheer, Jesse. Stupid donk. Okay, donk. All right. Yes, it is the stage. I thought I heard somebody wrecking, but I didn't. Let's see. Thanks, Steve. Alright, looks like I cannot find Gavin for the moment. Oh, there he is. Let's go ahead and bring him up here.
Yeah.
Gavin, it's open the booth. Do you read me? Sorry for interrupting you.
Yep, I'm here. I hear you.
Well, currently you're leading at Talladega. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. Actually, Lucas and I just finished up a kickball game, and we won our first game, you know. So, I'm feeling pretty confident in this race, and I won the stage, so I'll try to make it, well, you know, I'll try to finish the race.
Well, so far you've been putting on an excellent show. You've been able to do some really good pushing. You've received pushes really well. How you been doing that?
This is the old draft model, so you know, I'm pretty familiar with it. You know, like when we go 3 wide, if you just hug the guys on the inside or the middle lane, you don't really need too much help to get to the front. But once you get up to that, like, you know, second row, then that's when you need the push. But yeah, that's how I got up front, and I'm just I'm gonna try to stay here.
Well, it's been working out really well in your favor so far. It seems like you and Alex Fox have been not only working together, but battling really hard.
Yeah, that's for sure. We were pretty much, you know, trying to get, you know, the same strategy when it came to pitting. And wow, I can't talk right now. When that caution came out, he was considering passing me, but he didn't. So, you know, thanks for not passing me.
All right, well, Gavin, thank you very much for your time, and good luck. It seems like you've been really putting on a great show tonight.
All right, appreciate it. Enjoy the show.
Thank you. Is there anything you want to say to the audience before I let you go?
I'm not sure if anybody I know is even watching this, but if my parents are watching this, this is just a shout out for them to, you know, say hello. That's it. All
All right, thank you very much, Gavin, and good luck.
right, appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, that was the number 12 of Gavin Jones there with his Toyota Tundra, leading here at Talladega before we go back to green. Chip and Dog go together like cocaine and waffles. What? Okay, Steven. I'll just take your word on it. That's a new one. All right. Are you having fun, Steven, just making that noise on stream? Alright, the pace car is off here at Talladega. We go now about to head into the tri-oval with Gavin Jones and Alex Fox heading up your field. That outside lane is certainly a choice to take by Gavin there. I don't think I would do that with how few guys are on it, but hey, whatever works, works. Clearly he knows something I don't know. And there goes Gavin Jones there. Green flag here at Talladega. And now they are all off. A bit more of a spaced out start than I was anticipating. But whatever works. Gavin comes down now. They're going to be right in that bottom lane. Oh boy. Bit of a blink there we just saw out of Alex Bube. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle that. Sometimes your glitchy internet here, especially the super speedway, is not the place to be as they send it 3 wide. Alex, what are you doing? All right. already making it interesting, that is for sure. It's only on the first lap back from the stage winning across the start-finish line. Oh, goodness. Steven, don't make Nightbot mad. Alright, well, everyone settles down just a little bit. Alex Fox is currently in a good spot as he heads up Brett Taylor. So looks like a lot of guys fall back. It looks like Gavin's trying to stick to that outside lane. I wonder if he's, thinking about something that we don't know and if that's going to help him out here. It's Kevin Carter, who started very far. Oh boy, big wave there we just saw out of Sam, as these guys are getting real racy, that's for sure. But Kevin Carter we see right there in the number 70. He started very far towards the rear of this field, and he's now back up. He only started oval racing just recently, if I'm not mistaken. Let's get this driver over here. Yeah, only a B-Class iRacing license. All right. 1.1K iRating. So, yeah, pretty nudie. Oh, goodness. He just got into Ben McDonald there. I believe that was as they head down now, and no caution is thrown, it looks like. They hold on to it. Wow. Well, I'm glad they held on to that, but that was the number 26, not the 16. That was... Who was that? Why is this person not in my driving list? Derek Stanley. Unfortunate, man. Sometimes a little bit of bump like that can just really break up the field now. You can see there that the gap now between 8th and 9th is about 1.5 seconds. Steven, Okay, Steve. Alright. Sounds good. Gavin Jones leading at Talladega, getting a big push from Brandon Hoff as they now way past that inside lane. They are not going to take it from anybody, that's for sure. Gavin heads down now as that middle lane here at Talladega is going to be dominant. Right now, you got to really focus on not pushing the pusher, working in tandems. That is going to be the name of the game right now. It looks like these guys are trying to form up to that. Your top 8 are the ones currently in the main contention. Although it looks like the number 40 are putting in, which is getting a little bit loose. And they're now starting to break each other up right now. They're getting very racy. There is not another stage, so any caution that comes out now is going to be caused from an actual car. Alright, that's going to be Brandon Hoff to the bottom now. Hoping to see if we can make some moves there, but it looks like Gavin Jones is going to keep riding that line that keeps switching up between and making it interesting. As we're now in the halfway point of this race here at Talladega with the Alabama 200. That's 100 miles-ish we've just done. I want to thank everybody that has come out so far. I see that everybody's here that I can, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for being a really good chat there, Steven, Dave, Jesse. I appreciate it. Makes things a bit more interesting. It'd be very boring just being here exclusively by myself. Brett Taylor now to the lead here with Quinn Gingrich bringing out the outside lane. These guys are getting all really bunched up now. You can see now the rest of the pack has been able to catch up. This is what happens when you get real racy, is everybody's able to get there. Last lap, Jacob McMillan set the fastest lap of the race. No Cloud just set the fastest lap of the race now with a 50.623. What a lap. Steve, I think you're right. I think he can see the air. And he said he could, but he didn't sound too sure of himself. Alright, they go 3 wide now. Sam Denoto bringing out the outside lane, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, he's bringing out that outside lane as Brett Taylor is trying to find a way to be a 5-wide car. You're right, Steven. I should have more faith in you. I'm sorry. Brett Taylor now continues to lead here as Quinn is looking mighty interested to see if he can get on the bottom, but I don't think it's going to work right in that bottom lane. That middle lane is just a little bit too dominant. That's another lap led there for Brett Taylor. So now all move to the bottom, leaving a huge gap there for the middle and outside lanes to try to fill. Currently, the lead car one lap down is Brett Murphy. So right now, if we get in a caution, then he is going to be back on the lead lap, and I think that's what he's hoping for right now. Continue to wreck it too wide here. Talladega Quinn out to the outside. A bit of contact I think we just saw there between him and the 31. So move you got to be careful to make. Alright, this is the time where we're going to do a nice ride-along to see just how scary all this can be. We're going to ride along with the number 21 at Jacob McMillan and see what he sees from his cockpit view. So you can see now here, we're going to remove your main screen there so you can see just how all these cars are all together and just how much a battle can be. Is there some contact there we just saw towards the bottom? Up the main scene once again. No caution called yet. All these guys are following single file now. Sometimes a little bit of a scare like that can scare everyone back into single file racing, and I think that's what we just saw. Jeremy Jones leads here at Talladega, getting a big old push from the number 9 of Brandon Hoff. Gavin Jones now follows on the outside lane, hugging that inside lane, hoping to see if he can mess with the side draft just enough. He's been putting up a fight. He does not want to give this up. That is for sure. He's now caught in that middle lane with nobody to help him. As now Jeremy Jones and the number 9 are able to just sail away. Ben McDonald, caught up in the first accident, has now been able to get himself up into fourth place now. But he's in the 3rd car on the inside lane. What a move he's been on. Started on pole, essentially sent to the rear, and now back up to the front. I'm sure he's glad to be up here. Jesse Atkinson sticking it 3 wide towards the back. Really violent. 4 wide we just saw there. Sometimes you just got to make it a little bit interesting, that's for sure. Excuse me, I just had to take a drink. As we now see, they're going to be coming up to lap. He's currently still on the lead lap, but he'll now become the leading car on 1 lap down. He does not move out of the way. They now have to send it 3 wide around him. That is a disaster waiting to happen. I don't know why he didn't move. Good communication is one of the keys about when you're racing in super speedways. You got to tell the lap cars to move if that's what you want, or to just move around them. Right now, it might have been a play just to get your top 4 right now into a really solid spot. Because now Mitchell splits the field. Xbox is the last car there that is competing for position as the number 30 gets spun. They have a collision. There it is. He takes out Will Cloud. Gets into Jacob McMillan. No caution. Caution not called. Big damage. Big damage. We just saw it to a lot of these guys. And they keep going. And caution is out now. They decided to call it after that one. What a huge wreck that was. We're going to go back and take a look at that one. I believe that it is scary there, Jesse. That looked it for sure. And you're right, they've crushed you. Alright, let's go ahead and see. Alright, following right here with the number 30 and the 19. It looks like the 30 goes up just a tad. 19 does not let up and gets into him, which sends him up into Kevin, who then slides up the track as they have a huge wreck there. We're going to slow that. We're going to pause that right there. So we can now head over to the 19, because it looks like Kevin was able to really save it there, not getting anything. Let's pop over to the 19 and see where he ends up. So that's Alex. So it looks like we were just a little bit too late. You can see here, though, that second collision sent him up, just barely missed Jesse, got into Will, and it looks like some net code there. Hit the number 21 of Jacob McMillan. And that slid Alex now down back to the bottom, and they continue on here. What a wreck. 4 callers at least involved. Something I would not want to be involved in for sure. All right, well, a lot of these guys had to pit after that one, that is for sure, as we're here at Talladega, still under caution. Ben McDonald currently leading the field under the yellow in the pits. Looks like Jacob McMillan was the only car to not go in as he leads a lap here. However, he is going to have to come into pit after that one, or he's going to stay out with damage. All right, so your lead car not in the pits. Actually, it looks like he might have pit, or it might have auto-fixed itself. Who knows? All right, well, because he's leading, let's bring in Jacob McMillan and see how he's doing. We'll get his perspective on that wreck as well. See what he thinks. Where is he? That's the real question. There he is. Jacob, it's open the booth. Do you read me?
Sir. Oh, yes, sir.
There we go. Alrighty. So currently, you're leading here at Talladega. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I pitted early, so I have a drop to end. I have an EOL.
Oh. Well, you're leading right now.
My engine went kabooey.
Well, after that wreck, I'm not surprised. What happened, in your opinion?
I don't know. The 30 decided to stay low with a 4-wide pack coming up, and I'm not entirely sure what happened there. They all bunched up the pack, and he got turned and caused chaos, and I was just in the middle of it.
Well, you definitely got involved. We did see that. And, yeesh.
Yeah. I guess the 19 came up into the wall because he was turned, and I had nowhere to go, and I hit him.
Yeah, it did cause some damage. It wasn't as bad as some of the other guys got it, but it did seem like it took you out just enough. That sucks.
Yeah.
But still, you've been really competitive so far today. Do you think you're going to be able to keep that up?
I don't know. It all depends on how the feel of the field is.
Well, you've been racing here right now for about 49 laps, so how do you think it is?
I don't know. Everyone's a bit tense. It's a bit tense. So I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen.
That makes sense. I think right now, since the stage has ended, a lot of these guys are just ready to go. And right now, that is something ground to be wary of. Well, thank you very much for your time there, Jacob. Is there anyone you want to thank over at home?
Hi to my family at home.
All right, Jacob. Thank you very much for your time.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, that was Jacob McMillan. I don't know why it wasn't moving him back. Alrighty. Well, now we can bring out your actual leader, Alex Fox, if I can go ahead and grab him. We'll give him a quick interview. Alex, no up in the booth. Do you read me?
Yeah.
Well, you're currently leading here at Talladega. I was supposed to bring you up earlier, but it looks like iRacing decided that Jacob was leading. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good out front. Feeling a little confident in this race here.
Well, you've been putting on an excellent show so far. You've been pushing. You've been getting pushes real well. Do you think you can keep it up?
Yeah, I got some, it's plate racing. Just kind of got to hold my ground and hope my teammates are, because since we're still going to have to get some feel. So I know we're still going to have to be a little bit safe, I guess. But like I said, our teammates are to stay with us, and hopefully, because everyone else is gonna be on the same page, and but I think we'll be just fine here. Just gotta stay out of the wreck and survive.
That's absolutely true. You got some excellent teammates behind you. You got Gavin and Brett and Clint. So, got some great people behind you, and I'm sure you guys can do well. Thank you very much for your time. Is there anyone to thank over at home?
Yeah, I got my mom and my brother and my sister, they're all living in their own lives in a different home. I would love to thank them. Shout out to them.
All right, thank you very much, Alex, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, that was Alex Fox in the number 31. I don't know what's going on with my Discord and why it's taking forever to move people, but what do I know? Honestly, guys, it's okay. If you ever end up getting called up into the booth, I promise it's not a ton of pressure put on you. It's nothing to worry about. But he's leading the field here at Talladega, and there they go. They're back to green. Here, that number 31 good wrench is going to be taken off. I feel back, honestly. I think that's Harvick, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Yeah, I think so. Craftsman Series 31. That sounds right. Hello, Matt. How's it going? Good to see you. Bit of a wiggle there. We just saw onto the number 70. That is something he's got to be careful of. He's had some really good starts so far. As they go 3 wide a little bit further down in the pack, as they're all winding up in speed right now. About to enter lap number 51. These guys have been putting on an excellent show here at the Talladega Superspeedway. Big, long race. And it's definitely one that these guys are ready to keep on roaring out. 3 wide right now. We see a little bit further on to the back. That third line really not formed up quite yet. But it looks like they're trying to get a little bit more formed up now towards the rear of the field. Yeah, they're going up. Uh-oh. Collision there with Jesse Atkinson. Oh, I'm sorry, Donk. And that, oh goodness. That is going to set them back a long, long way. Who was that? Lucas Strayer? Yep, that looks like that was Strayer. Goodness. That is going to make things a lot more difficult for these guys as we head up back towards the front. Gavin Jones continues to lead with Jeremy Jones, Brandon Hoff, and Alex Fox behind him. These guys have been up in your top 10 all day. They have not dropped out of it at all, except for Brandon, who worked his way up to the top. So right now, these guys are putting on a show, to say the least. Spillman currently leading the field, currently a lap down. Well, about to be a lap down. But he's holding on to it real well, and he's able to keep himself up out front. So with Brandhoff out in the lead, that is going to make it quite interesting for everyone. Right? Quinn Gingrich is going to be the one that's pushing him. He started on the outside row here at the start, so I think that Quinn is going to try his best to stay out and not drop any positions. Gavin Jones continues to push that bottom lane. Looks like for right now they're struggling just a little bit. That's a Hard Rock Inc. Yeah, that's what we'll call it. The 88, the 12, and the 31. We're all part of that group, and that's push right now. But Brandon Hoff continues to, looks like he pulls off. Does not want to make it too stressful on himself, I guess, as they almost went 4 wide there. And back just to let people through. 2 packs right now. Okay, your lead pack up here, rounding out with, I believe that's Oliviera. Yep. And then Alex Grube, oh, he's up here too. Goodness, that rear pack just is all over the place. A lot of lap guys up in this pack as well. As currently, it's Will Cloud right now, who's running in 6th position, but there's a lot more than just 6 cars around him. Jeremy Jones right now in the number 81 pushes himself out into the lead for the moment. It looks like Pittsfield is going to be taking that lead to keep himself not out. It's a battle, constant battle you have to constantly face. It is getting yourself into a not lap state, but it looks like for right now that's really cool. Yes, Donk, that is right. It is ironic that you fell back to avoid it, but then you got it anyway. Oh, Clint Spillman riding the bottom apron. I would not ride there. Let people by, but that is a risky place to be. I think that they should follow the standard rules and have lap cars go to the high side. It looks like right now that's not what they're doing, as they run 3 wide here. at Talladega as Alex Fox goes back out to the lead. He's got his teammates around him, but he's getting a big old push from Kevin Carter as well. This top pack, I think Jacob put it the best. These guys are tense. They have a big battle for points right now. They're all 3 wide, and they got to hold it together. It won't be too much longer until we head a little bit later into the season, where points start to be more and more of a factor. So right now, they have got to do what they can to hold on to it. Jeremy Jones now, as he's riding that bottom lane, goes out to the lead. Thank you very much for the cheers there, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Alex Fox in second, and now Kevin Carter up into third. At number 70, Best Water Technologies Ford F-150 is in a good spot. So he's got the Camping World sticker on the front. That means he's doing real well. Will Cloudno up into fourth. That's good for him. After he got involved in that last accident that we saw that brought out the caution, that is what a recovery he's made. He had to use his fast repair, though, so if he gets wrecked again, he's essentially out. So he's got to be mindful of that. He's got to be real careful. But, he's got to really hope that no one gets into anything in front of him. But Will's been riding that bottom line so far all day, and it's been paying off real good for him. So I think right now he's in a good spot, especially riding behind Jones, Fox, and Kevin Carter there. It's really paying off for him. That the outside lane, we can call it now. It's still the middle lane, but outside's currently trying to form up just a little bit better. Is now Alex Fox goes to block it. These guys at Hard Rock have been really working their best to block. However, Brandon Hoff disagrees, and he wants to get himself out into the lead if possible. Brandon Hoff with Taco Bell. The team names here are interesting, that's for sure. He's trying to work for Taco Bell for right now and get himself into the lead to get some more points for that team, because they have not been having a great night so far. Hard Rock continues to play really well, though, as now Gavin Jones is a bit more of a threat, but he is I'm sure going to work with these guys as Jeremy Jones and everybody else is running in front. 19 of Alex goes to the outside and is going to make sure that everybody gets by nice and safe this time. You know, it's funny right now, I'm like, really chill out, relax, and all this other stuff as everybody's hanging on to it. But these guys right now, I'm sure, are panicking as they spread out a little bit there. The fan trying to not make it a bit too ridiculous on themselves. There's a bit too much pressure. Just might wind themselves in a bad spot as they come up onto Jesse Atkinson, who rides the bottom. Once again, I really think that there needs to be a little bit more communication, unless I'm missing something, to make these lap cars get out of the way. That's dangerous. Come on, 180, 185 pass on the outside. I'm good, thanks. There's this really good clip over on, I don't remember what channel it was on. It's a race that, shockingly, I was in. I know, I'm never behind the wheel. And we're all giraffing up in the top 10, trying to get by a lapped car, and he just doesn't move when everyone expects him to, and move at the last second, almost taking him out. It's an interesting clip, so we're going to have to keep an eye on that. Continue on, just to make sure we don't get another one of those incidents. Alright, they're 3 wide once again here at Talladega. That high line actually got themselves 4 and up now. Sam moves out to the outside as well. 4 cars, middle and outside lane. Looks like they're going to get a 5th now in the middle lane, so a bit more draft for them in the bottom. And I was really getting the short end of the stick as Brandon is going to be much slower than your top and middle lanes. That's what happens when you have that outside line that just moves so fast. Ben McDonald, who started out in front, is now moving back down to the front of the pack. But now he gets passed once again. Let's see just how much change is going on here with how high up that outside lane was. The 3 red pack is something that you always got to be scared of. You always got to be scared of as a lap car that's coming up on us. So we'll keep an eye out for any more lap cars, as I said before. Brett Taylor leads at Talladega once again. He's having a good battle there with Jeremy Jones, too wide, as they head down into the tri-oval area. Well, the chute before the tri-oval. It looks like that outside lane just gets a real good run before they head on in, and it looks like they go 3 wide once more. But it looks like that move that we just saw Jeremy did is going to be the current strategy to play, is ride that middle lane, and then as soon as you get into the tri-oval chute, drop down. You're able to block that good run that the bottom lane gets, leaving entering the turn, but you also get to maintain a good speed that you get from running the middle. A multi-story drop is basically what it's like riding in these cars here at Talladega. Well, now I think it is a good time to give a little bit of an insight to see what it's like to be drafting here at Talladega. We're going to hop over now to... Who's that behind Will? We'll hop over to them. That's Matthew Ligier. Yeah, we'll hop over to him, and so we can see what it's like from his perspective, seeing everything that goes on in front of him. And you can see just how much of a drop that you can get, even just on the bottom lane if he's riding it. You know, with giant rear, essentially the tailgate, and the spoiler, you can barely see through the windows and what's going on in front of you. So that's why it's so dangerous drafting like everyone has been. But you can see just how high that banking is. It's like a wall when you come up to it. Not quite iRacing Super Speedway wall, but very much so like a multi-story drop these guys go through every single turn. And they had to do this 80 times. Right now, they're going to be doing it for their 63rd. And you can hear it with the gas there. Right now, Matthew's letting up on the gas to save a little bit of fuel, but also not get too close. Because in that draft, you just get a lot more speed. The 81 was having a bit of a struggle there, and he's falling way far back now. As Atkinson continues to ride the bottom. Yep, they're just not communicating. Gavin Jones now out to the lead, and I believe, yep, he's going to get this lap led. It's the injured for the 64th time around this 2.66 mile super speedway. Let's talk a little bit about Talladega. I believe it's a good trip. Oh, caution comes out. Oh, huge wreck we just saw there. We're not going to talk about Talladega. We're going to go and take a look at that wreck. So give me one moment. We can go see what happened there. Alright, I got your caution right here. Let's go ahead and bring it up to see what happened. So right here, as we can see, let's go ahead and bring up the pit battle before we do. So you can see, oh, looks like only Jesse goes on the pit road. Never mind. And we'll take down the main scene. Alright, follow along with the 19 here and the number 9. It looks like the 70 just bops into Alex. The 19, and then he comes back up and gets everybody involved. That causes a huge wreck, spins out tons of people, gets Jeremy Jones, Ben McDonald. Oh, Ben just gets really hard there into Will at the bottom, which is what caused them to have to go back in. But that is a huge wreck. All caused from just a bump we saw out of the number 70. Didn't even look intentional either. Just trying to push him, and poof, there everybody goes. And that's the dangers, like I was talking about play racing. That's the kind of stuff that happens. But still, they were able to hold on to it mostly. So, well, whatever works. Well, we're back in now. We can bring up the pit battles. I believe more people should be coming in, and maybe not. Alright. Ah, there we go. Now we got more coming in. See, basically everyone in the field comes in. They're trying to get some tires and anything they can just to get themselves into a better spot. You can see just how many cars here have an insane amount of damage. Even the 70 there has huge damage. But Will Cloud, we're currently in second because of the way it's working out, and Ben McDonald in first. So whoever comes out of this will in first. I believe it's going to be Gavin Jones. Yep. And Brett Taylor. All right. Well, I think I already gave Gavin a bit of an interview earlier, so we'll bring Brett Taylor up, see how he's doing and how he's been able to handle all this stuff. Another guy part of the Hard Rock Inc. crew. Good on them. They've been putting up a real good show here in Talladega. Brett, still up in the booth. Do you read me?
Yeah, what's up?
Well, currently you're running in a great second place position. How are you doing?
We're good. This is, well, Gavin's on a different team, but I don't think
Oh.
you realized that today. But Alex and Clint just got his lap back, I do believe. So, and, you know, we kind of, manipulated that, I guess, in a way, even though it was pretty much luck. So he got his lap back. We're all back on the same page now. We just took 4. I think we're gonna finish this pretty strong.
Nice. You guys are really working together super well. I mean, I've been talking about that. You guys have just, as a team, have been absolutely crushing it.
Yeah. It's every week too. I don't know these guys. I know Gavin really well. I know Clint pretty well, but Alex, he's pretty much the top guy in the team. And I don't know. I've just known him this year. So, but other than either way, we're working strong as a team, like you said. So.
Absolutely, you guys. I mean, I'm just surprised at how you guys have been able to dominate. I mean, being able to run up in the top the entire time.
Well, yeah, I don't see when it comes, especially super speedways. This is not my luck. This is not usually what happens. So, because I barely tapped the wall earlier. I don't know if y'all noticed. But it was like the only damage I got, and besides 5 seconds of repairs. And it basically made me way slower. Mama was behind me on one of those restarts, and I was in the lead, and he was just pushing the hell out of me, and I could not hold it straight. And that's what made me realize I was just way slower, so I had to take the fast repair, and now I'm good, but pretty much what I'm saying is this is just not my luck. This is not my track for luck, any super speedway. But, I mean, hey, knock on wood, we're figuring it out, I guess.
You guys absolutely have been. I mean, I've just been impressed that everybody's been able to keep it together clean so far. I mean, this is Talladega. Come on, 200 miles of super speedway racing, and there's only been a handful of cautions? That's a miracle.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. I know I got into the 48. I wanted to actually bring that up. It happened so fast, I still don't know what happened. We haven't talked about it yet, so hopefully I can get a word in with him after the race and tell him, or at least talk to him about what happened.
Well, if I know this group of guys at all, I think everyone's pretty good with each other, and nobody likes to be too aggressive.
No, yeah, we are definitely. This is definitely a good league here. I am proud to be involved. It's a lot of fun.
Alrighty, well, thank you very much for your time, Bryce. You know anything at home?
No, not really. Just hopefully we can get this done and have a strong finish. All 4 of us up here. That's what we want.
All right, thank you very much for your time, and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, that was the number 23 of Brett Taylor. What he's going to do. Not too much left here at Talladega. It's almost about to get 9:30 p.m. here in the Eastern Standard Zone. Gavin Jones continues to lead here with Brett Taylor on his outside. Oh, he's going to take the outside lane, I think. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit so I can get my information a bit more accurate. Yep, he's going to... Gavin takes the outside, so Brett's going to take on the inside. Alright, the pace car is off, and we're about to go green quite shortly. Going to watch the field through this camera angle. We don't usually do that. We'll go to blimp first. Wait for them to really get in the triangle. Alrighty. You can see the field coming through the view now. Well, you heard Chad Ganous there. It's green, green, and away we go at Talladega for hopefully one more time as Gavin Jones gets an excellent start. Brett Taylor throws a big block to the outside lane. And now it looks like Quinn Gingrich is going to be moving down to the bottom to try to make a move. No, that's Alex Fox. My apologies. Roaring down the backstretch into 3. They're still mostly single file, except your big 3-wide battle up here with Brandon Huff, who got sadly really badly involved with that accident last. I think right now he's going to be a little bit cautious on who he's involved around. He's only got 1 car behind him, so that currently your top 4 are going to be riding away with it. Gavin Jones, Brett Taylor, Alex Fox, and Jeremy Jones. They're going. Well, of course, as soon as I say that, that's Matthew Oliviera now catching him up real close. Close up that gap nice and quick. They got a really good stream behind him. Is it now headed 3 wide, I think that is still? I don't think they have 4 yet. No, but they're about to. Oh boy, let's go and click the blimp cam and see what goes on here. They're still 3 wide from now. You can see that move there that they're trying to really orchestrate there. Oh boy. Brady Floyd throws a really close block there. Another block there on the 23 of Brett Taylor to Jeremy Jones on the outside now. Now Jeremy's just going to be falling real back because he's got no one to help push him. All right, we entered lap number 70 of 80. We've got 11 to go here at Talladega Super Speedway with the Alabama 200, brought to you by TNT. Lucas Stereo looks like he's going to be pulling out there. He does not want to get too involved quite yet. Still 11 to go. These guys are going to be racing as hard as they can as Brett Taylor takes the absolute definite lead as Brandon Huff brings up the bottom lane. Actually, no, he's in the lane stuff. Gavin Jones brings up the bottom lane as he's now going to be trying to gun for that lead against that Coca-Cola machine. And there it is. Brandon Jones gets the lap still. He takes that away from Brett Taylor. I need to double check, but there might be a little bit of incentive to get as many laps led as possible. So right now, that is a good move to play. Collision there we just saw with the 23 and the 81. Bit of contact, nothing too much, but still, you got to be mindful of that stuff. Collision here at 185 miles an hour is not what you want to do. 10 to go here at Talladega. We move there from the 88. Clint Spillman is now as the 81 comes down. Blocks the 23 and just barely gets super close to the 12. All right, Gavin Jones now out into the front once again. I don't know why it says Gavin Carter's in the lead. He's not. Gavin Jones gets the lap once more as Alex Fox comes up on the inside as they go 3 wide, entering into 1. 4 wide, they go 4 wide. Clint Spillman on top. 81 in the middle. 12. Bit of contact we just saw, and there it is. They're gone. Caution is out. Oh, goodness. Some of these guys got a lot worse than others, but oof. What a wreck we just saw there. Oh, I don't know why it's focused on Brady Floyd, but that's okay. Clint Spillman, man. He had a real bad end of that one. In one moment, we'll go ahead and take a look at that one. These guys are very tense and just are itching for this thing to be over. All right, best camera I got is the blimp cam. Let's go ahead and take a look at that and see how that looks out. You can see here. Oh, goodness, my apologies. Not what I meant to click. Anyway, so we have the 4 wide part right here. We follow along with the 81. He just turns down barely into the 12, which sends him back up. Bit of net code there with the 88. And that puts them around. Jesse Atkinson just barely gets out of that one alive. But Clint really gets the rear end of that one. Just a little bit of net code absolutely just turned him and basically ruined his race. Brady Floyd checks up real good there. Make sure he does not get involved. Unfortunate to be involved in such a rough incident, but puts Alex Fox out into the lead, and we'll be right back. All right, we're back in now. We're going to take a look and see where everybody's doing. Follow along here. You can bring up your pit board as well and see who's in the pits. All right, well, currently running in second place, that is going to be Brandon Hoff. Let's go and bring him up into the booth. We have not spoken to him so far today, but he has been running in the top all today. Let's go and see how he's doing. Oh, goodness, he's at the very bottom of the list. Brandon, it's open the booth. Do you read me?
Oh, yeah. Hi.
Well, you're in second place, and you've been running up in the top all night. How are you doing?
Been eventful. The second to last caution, I don't know what happened. I was head on into the wall, and I had to go to the back, and then I don't know. I came out of the pits. I was third, so I guess there was a lot of guys in the same position, but you know, I've had to go from the back to the front a lot, and just racing here, trying to have fun, and it's been a fun race. Just gonna try to win it here. It's gonna be an interesting, like 6 laps or so, 5. So, yeah, it's been a lot of wild racing out here. I'm surprised. I mean, these guys have done a great job of keeping us straight for the most part. So, we'll just see what happens here. It'll be fun, though.
80 laps at a super speedway, I mean, especially here on iRacing where there's all the net code and anything that can go wrong. A bit too much aggression ends up in a disaster, but being able to stay out front the entire time, especially coming from the rear multiple times, to get yourself up in a really good spot. How have you been doing it?
I feel like I haven't had much help this race. I mean, I've had a fair amount of guys help me, but just trying to position myself right, you know, take advantage of all the runs, not trying to get stuck behind slower traffic or just, you know, making smart moves. The key here is, you know, this with the truck, the run seems so big in the draft. You just, if you check up, you're going to get run over. So you got to take advantage and either go to the outside, inside, wherever there is 3 wide. I've tried to make the outside work a few times. I've only been successful, I feel like, a few, but all bets are off now.
That is absolutely for sure. Not too much of this race left to go. I believe it's 6 laps at the moment as soon as you cross the line here. Do you think that you have what it takes to win this? I mean, especially with how much is what's been going on?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a good spot. I usually in these super speedway races, I like to be in the top 5, at least. Maybe the front 2 rows by the time we reach the last 10 laps. So I'm in a good spot, I think. I just need to hope that I have the right help and, you know, I don't get caught up in a wreck if there is one, because it's about to get wild. But I'm hoping for a win here. I think I'm in a pretty solid spot.
Well, you got a really strong field right now behind you. So is there anyone to thank over at home?
I'd like to thank Kligerman Sport, everybody over there, all my teammates that I work with. I'd like to thank you for putting on the broadcast. I'd like to thank these guys, everybody in the league. They've been welcoming for the, you know, first race of the season for me. You know, hoping to put on a good show here at the end.
All right, thank you very much for your time and good luck.
Thank you.
All right, that was Brandon Hoff now as he moves back into his team, Taco Bell. All right. So, we're on lap number 75. We're going to be going to 76. That's 5 to go here at Talladega. Honestly, this is going to be a battle to the end. These guys have been competing this entire time. I'm excited to see it. hopefully everyone can get their positions and stuff sorted out. Looks like everyone's all up in each other's business. I'm sure there'll be some heated words at the end. All right. Well, as the pace car exits number 4, I want to give a big thank you to TNT here and Brett Murphy for putting on this kind of show on. You guys have been doing an excellent job, not only racing, but just hosting an excellent league. Thank you very much for the opportunity to broadcast for you guys. It has been a show, that is for sure. All right, as the pace car comes off now, down pit road, we enter the tri-oval. Alex Fox is in the lead with Brandon Hoff on the outside. And there it is, green flag, away we go. The inside lane of Fox, Gavin, and Brett are gone. And caution's out. Okay, give me one moment and we'll see what that was. All right, I have your caution right here. Let's go ahead and bring that back. Apologies for the wait. It was a bit tricky to find. All right, here it is right here. We're following along with the number 64 of Brett Murphy and the number 3 of Chris Sawyer. So this is on the green flag start. Looks like the 3 is slow. Brett comes up into him. Brett said he wasn't there, that he blinked, but Brett kind of just drove through him like he wasn't there, but, well, Chris just got absolutely demolished there. I just saw him, yep, there he goes. He pops there, so I can see the realism in that one. Just was popping at a different time. But, yikes. So, that is what brought out your caution here at Talladega, hopefully for the last time. And we'll head back into real time in just a moment. Alright, we are here, and there's not too many laps left to go. I'm pretty sure this doesn't have to be a green-white checkered. Could be mistaken. But we'll see. Now, who do we bring up? Let's see, who's not gotten an interview so far? Alex, Gavin, Brett, Brandon, Sean. Sean has not. Let's bring Sean up. Sean, it's open the booth. Do you read me?
Copy, I gotcha.
Well, currently you're running in 5th position. That's the 3rd row inside lane. How are you doing?
Unfortunately, we had a bad restart right there and lost some positions there. Couldn't get it revved up there. Just gotta hope we got a good run here and get together with. I'm working with Brandon Huff right here in front of me, so hopefully get a good run somewhere on the outside and get up front there.
Do you think you're going to be able to do that? I know it's a bit tricky right now, especially here at the end. You got to be worried about fuel and who knows what else.
We're good on fuel. Yeah, as long as we can stay connected and we don't, break off the draft and just keep some people behind us where we can, not get stuck in the sucker hole in the middle or something like that. But I think we have a decent chance at it.
I think that's going to be probably the name of the game for right now. So aside from staying out of the middle, I mean, you were leading in practice and had a pretty good qualifying time. How do you think you're going to finish this thing out?
Hopefully we get up in the top. I would like to get top 5. I'm racing some people up here for points. I mean, I still got a faster pair to use here, so I can risk it a little bit and do some risky stuff, but just gotta try to make sure I can keep this points battle tight here.
Hey, if that's a big advantage, a lot of these guys don't. A lot of the guys up here don't have a faster pair, so you have that advantage. That is good for you, man.
Yep. Hoping I don't have to use it, but if we do, I do.
Well, that's the kind of stuff that happens. Well, thank you very much for being up here and putting on a great show. Is there anyone you want to thank over at home?
Well, we're good. I mean, I just gotta thank the broadcast, thank everyone for putting the show on. Have a good one.
All right, thank you very much and good luck.
Yep.
All right, that was number 38, is Sean Howell. I think I moved him to the right team. Anyway. Well, we got a little bit more time left. Let's see. Who else is up towards the top? Brady Floyd. He has not been up here either. And I believe that he can get himself a short interview before we go back to green. Let's go ahead and bring Brady in here if I can find him. Because who knows? He might not even be here anymore. And it looks like he's not. Oh, there he is. Brady, it's open the booth. Do you read me?
I do.
Well, you're on the outside lane, currently running in 6th. How are you feeling?
Pretty disappointed with how this race has gone so far. The caution that I was involved in was just an unlucky racing incident between Strayer and I. He had more space. I didn't give him enough space. It's just a racing deal. I'm not mad at him for what happened there. Rode around in the back for a while. Got lucky with some of the timings with the cautions and able to get ourselves back on the lead lap with a faster pair. Got a clean truck. So 6th place here, we're probably going to send it. I need to win this race basically to make playoffs. So that's the goal. It's win or bust. So we'll make some moves. Pretty disappointed that caution just came out. Given that I could be restarting 5th right now, but I don't know. 6 laps to go. It's going to be an interesting one for sure. I'd watch this ugly ass car to make some moves, so that's what we're going to hope to do.
All right, well, before I let you go, I do have one question from the audience, is why are you on Instagram during the race?
You know, the pace laps are so slow, and we've had so many of them, I figured why not.
All right, well, thank you very much for your time. I appreciate it, Brady, and good luck.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, that was 20 Brady Floyd and the number 20 pink throwback machine. Hoping for playoffs throwback. As we're about to enter lap number 80. Well, it was supposed to be originally 80, but now up to 82, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I don't know what he was talking about with 6 laps to go. That requires all the green white checkers, I think. Or maybe just another one? I don't know. Alrighty, well, the pace car is off, and we now are about to head into the trial. Yeah, I mean, the pace laps are long here at Talladega. I don't blame them for getting a bit bored, but... Alright, we're in the trial now. There it is, green flag, and away we go here at Talladega. And now on to lap number 80. Oh boy, big checkup from the field we just saw there. Towards mid, it looks like a lot of these guys are having damage and are struggling right now as they ran just 4 wide there as they're trying to get wound up 4 wide again. That is a dangerous game to play right now, especially with what I believe to be a popping in our car. All right, looks like the outside lane has a real big run right now. That's going to be Gavin and Brandon. And Brady now to the outside as Alex Fox holds up the top of the inside line as they head into 3. Come on, only 1 to go really. It sticks at 81. If they can get it in out of the chute without a caution and through the tri-oval, they get themselves the white flag. And here they go, around the tri-oval. And now through the last chute, there it is, the white flag. Here it is at Talladega. Gavin Jones leads the field with Brandon Huff right behind. Alex Fox brings up the inside lane, though, and he's got Brett Taylor behind with Jeremy Jones on there as well. That bottom lane is moving for the moment. Oh, no, that's not Jeremy Jones. My apologies. That is Sean Howell. Big wreck there we just saw down in the backstretch. Oh, goodness, what a big wreck. As we head now through turn number 4, we leave 4. Gavin Jones currently leading. Here it is. They're coming up to the tri-oval now. They come through. They're 3 wide towards the back. And there it is. There's a big spin. Oh, huge wreck across the start-finish line. And Alex Fox wins here at Talladega, taking home the win with Gavin Jones behind and Brett Taylor finishing out in 3rd place. What a finish. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that again before we get into our interviews. That is a huge, huge, huge wreck. You are absolutely right, Dave. That was a super tight finish. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that one more time. We're going to get a little bit closer camera angle if we can there. Should be able to. Here we go. Alrighty. Let's get a nice close look at that and see what happened. All right. So, we have it right here. Alex Fox, everybody else. They go 3 there. Looks like the 9 tries to push to the outside. It sends him around. Almost takes out the 12. Takes out Sean Howell. And allows them to finish 1, 2, 3 very cleanly. What a move. Yeah, Jesse, it looked like it really did. Hurt you there if we saw towards the back. But goodness, what a finish. That allowed Alex Fox to really take home the victory, though. But Gavin Jones gave him a really big run for his money. What a finish. 127, you're right there, Jesse. You don't like Talladega. What a super speedway race that has been here at the Alabama 200. All right, well, before we get into your interviews, I'm going to give a little bit of time for everyone to get a little bit more organized, and I'll be back in just a minute. Alrighty, apologies for the wait. We are back. Thank you very much for the appreciation there, Dave. I really do appreciate it. We'll catch you later, Dave. All right, let's bring up your 3rd place finisher, Brett Taylor. Brett, it's an open the booth. Do you read me? Well, you just got yourself an excellent battle for 3rd place, and you scored it. How are you feeling here tonight?
I told you we were trying to get up, all 4 of us at least at the front. Well, technically 3 since Gavin's, not really a part of our team, but we felt him as a teammate in this race at least. But I don't know what happened exactly to Clint, our other teammate, but I heard he was 4 wide, and then there was a wreck. I was almost involved, but that was nuts. I woke my girlfriend up. She's sleeping, and she's pissed right now because I was screaming at the end. But yeah, no, that was fun. That was actually very exciting. I normally don't do well, like I said last interview. I normally don't do well at these super speedways, so I'm actually very proud of that one. I pushed Alex to the lead. I normally don't ever push through the through the tri-oval there, and I held my ground and tried my best, and I got him the win. I was very afraid that Gavin was going to get it because I believe who was it? Brandon. Who was it? It was Brandon Hoff. Oh wow, he finished ninth.
Yeah,
But
he was yeah, he was right behind you, and it was
he
right at the
was.
finish line that there was a big accident and it took out a lot of people.
Oh Jesus, yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I got a lot of. I had to go. I was in the chat with Quinn because I had to apologize to him about wrecking him earlier, and he didn't even remember it. So sure, I mean, either way, as I apologize, but no, I held my ground, pushed Alex to the win, and I felt really good because Alex deserved that one. He was up front all day. I backed out a couple times just because I couldn't really tell. I can't see my oil temp, so I had to back out a couple times thinking I was gonna blow up. And reality, I don't think I was ever even close. So, super speedway racing, it's tough. It's a tough deal.
Yeah, super speedway racing is it's a thing, that's for sure. But
Oh yeah.
still, you put on an excellent show tonight. You were able to be, just that right balance between aggressive and not aggressive. So you did an excellent job, and congratulations on the fantastic third place finish.
I really appreciate it. Good points day.
All right, well, before I let you go, is there anyone you thank over at home?
Well, I thank my girlfriend for not slapping me upside the head after I yelled. Look her up. That's
Yes,
about it.
We better be thankful for that. Thank you very much for your time, Brett.
Absolutely. You have a good one.
You too. All right, that was Brett Taylor in the number 23, who got himself an excellent third place finish. All right, let's bring up your second place finisher, the number 12 of Gavin Jones. Gavin, just open the booth. Do you read me?
I hear ya.
Well, you just got yourself an absolutely fantastic finish for second. How are you feeling?
It's pretty. I feel great. That was pretty wild on that last restart there. I'm not sure how none of us wrecked, but I'm glad we kept it straight and finished second. I really wanted that win though.
I understand. I mean, you had been running up front literally all day, so you did a great job being able to hold them off and just get it.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, how did you do it, honestly? I mean, how were you able to just stay up in front the entire time?
I raced way more aggressive than I ever did before. I apparently am actually part of Taco Bell race team, and I was not on that team. But yeah, I worked with Alex, Brett, and Clint for a while. Unfortunately, Clint got wrecked. Yeah, just try to keep it up front.
Well, it worked out really well in your favor, and you got yourself an amazing second place finish that was right to the line. So I think it's something to be proud of. How are you going to celebrate it?
I'm not sure. I'll probably just make some steak tonight.
Hey, I think that's a really great celebration, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time. I do appreciate it, and once again, congratulations. Is there anyone you need to thank over at home?
Yeah, sure. I'll thank my parents. I'm pretty sure that they are watching it. I'll probably get a text from them at some point if they are. So, other than that, I guess I'll just give a shout out to the kickball team that I was on. Lucas Strayer was a part of that. We got our first win today. I know I said that earlier. So I just drove like a bat out of hell in this race.
Well, it certainly paid out in your favor, and you got yourself an excellent win. Thank you very much for your time, Gavin, and congratulations.
Sure did. Sure did. Thank you. Thank you for the broadcast.
No problem. All right, that was Gavin Jones, the number 12, who got himself an amazing second place finish. Now let's bring up the number 31 of Alex Fox, your winner here at the Alabama 200. Alex, it's Noah up in the booth. Do you read me?
Yeah, I got you, Noah.
You just won the Alabama 200. How are you feeling?
I'm actually pretty pumped right now. Kind of been anticipating this race, just trying to finally get a Talladega win under my belt. We're just really pumped right now.
I totally understand. I mean, super speedway racing, as much as it can be hell and a disaster and really struggle to win, it's so rewarding when you finally do get it. Because it takes just a right combination of everything, and I can only imagine by winning of a margin of what was it? It was less than 1/10 of a second.
Yeah, it was about 0.6 of a second. Yeah, these super speed races are really tough. You could be a great driver. You could be a little subpar on it, but it's really just anyone can win these races. It's everyone in the session all are everyone's going to win this race. But it's it can only come down to one person, and I'm just had just some great luck today. Great, thankful for my team at Rock Hard Inc. For performing such a dominating performance in this race. I'm lucky, very lucky to have them as my teammates. I was just there, just holding my ground and just hoping that all the runs that generate just we get the right side of the stick this time.
Absolutely, I understand. You guys had a great performance, and you had a lot of people helping you out. So that's really good to see you be able to dominate here at a race like this. How are you going to celebrate this race?
Well, I would love to take a little drink on this one, but I do have to wake up early in the morning. So I'll just thank my friends, and just head whatever heads there.
I understand. Well, I'm going to give you an opportunity right now to thank those friends as you just win yourself a great race. Go ahead and give them a shout out.
All right, I'll really love to thank Brett Taylor. Very helpful for me in this season so far. And Clint Spillman for my team leader. He's very great at this stuff. And shout out to Jordan Clark as well. He unfortunately wasn't able to make it tonight due to connectivity. I really wish he was here. And big shout out to Gavin Jones. Not part of our team, but he really came out and to help us out, and was much appreciated help.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your time there, Alex. You did a great job tonight, and I understand having to go to bed to celebrate. I got to do it too. So, all right.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much, and once again, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that was Alex Fox in the number 31, who won here at the Talladega 200. Well, Alabama 200 at Talladega. My apologies. What a finish. What a finish. Less than a tenth of a second, 600ths of a second. All right, well, that out of the way, let's go ahead and run through your finishing order here at Talladega. Give me just one moment. We can go ahead and bring that up. All right, so your first position went to Alex Fox, who dominated this race and put on a wonderful show. Second place goes to Gavin Jones by only 0.62. 0.62, my apologies. Wow, what a tight finish. And then Brett Taylor, 0.005 of a second off of Gavin. So freaking close. What a great top three. Brady Floyd finishes fourth in his number 20 at Ford F-150. Sean Howell in fifth. Matthew Oliveira finishes sixth. Jacob McMillan seventh. Lucas Strayer finishes eighth. Brandon Hall finishes ninth after an unfortunate run where he ran in the top 10 all day. I mean, what an unfortunate run there at the end that we saw. 10th goes to Mitchell Muma. 11th goes to Sam Denoto. 12th goes to Chris Sawyer. 13th, Derek Stanley. 14th, Ben McDonald. 15th, Jeremy Jones. 16th, Brett Murphy. 17th, Jesse Atkinson. 18th, Clint Spillman. 19th, Alex For... I gotta talk to him again how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. Alex Forbeau. 20th, Will Cloud. Oof. And then, let's go ahead and advance that. Final results advance. There we go. Okay. And then 21st goes to Quinn Gingrich. 22nd, Justin Bruns. 23rd, Kevin Carter. And 24th, Jordan Clark, who looks like he had some connection issues at the end. Well, at the very beginning. Unfortunate. But that has been your top finishers and all of your finishers tonight here at the Alabama 200. It has been a heck of a race here with the Tuesday Night Truck League, otherwise known as TNT. I've been Noah Walter, your broadcaster here on twitch.tv/4cloak. I'm sorry for my voice if it's been a bit off and the constant having to be quiet. My throat has been completely dead after having either a really bad allergy attack or COVID. Not really sure. Oh man, that's been a great couple months. So I want to thank everyone who has come out here tonight to the stream. I want to thank everybody that's cheered out there, anyone that's followed. It has been great to see everybody that's been here. Steven, I know you left a bit earlier, but thank you if you watched the replay. And with that, that's going to be it for me here tonight. Make sure that you tune in on Saturday at 8:30, 9:30, somewhere around there, I want to say. I'm going to be hosting a another. It's going to be a street stock race, and you can tune in to watch that. Also, make sure you tune in on Sunday to watch CASCAR at the Glen. So those are going to be your races so far. And other than that, I'm going to have to say goodbye to everybody. And thank you once again for everyone that's come out. And I'll see y'all next time.